Hello and welcome to our 9th grade orientation during the age of COVID. Unfortunately, this is the best that we can offer while still following the requirements of the CDC due to COVID-19. My name is Eric Kostick. I am the building principal at Penn Hills High School and will be starting my 8th year here. I look forward to the interactions that we will have, whether they be in person or virtual. Hopefully this video and this virtual meeting will allow you and your student to have a little less stress, anxiety, and fears. Thank you. Hello again. This is arrival time. Remember that our doors open at 7:05. If a child arrives earlier than that, they will have to wait outside until we open our doors. Homeroom starts at 7:20 a.m. For parents that are driving, for parents or guardians that are driving, or other family members, this is the student drop-off area. It is in the front of the building, and you'll learn that we refer to it as the island in the front of the building. Parents will arrive through Garland or Collins Drive, so Garland from Frankstown or Collins from Universal Drive. The drop-off area is in the front of the building on the inner island, and they will enter door 3. I would suggest, based on experience, that parents arrive as close to 7:05 as possible. We do tend to get busy closer to homeroom time, which is again 7:20. Forgive our current construction and fixing things. This is entrance 3. Students will arrive. Remember to keep social distance and have your mask on. They will then go through the metal detector at this entrance in the morning for parents or guardians that are dropping off. Once your student has been dropped off, you can then continue around the island and exit through Collins Drive down to Universal, or stop and make a turn to go back up through Garland and Frankstown Drive. This is the back of the building, and during AM arrival, it is for bus drop-off only. Vehicles are not permitted behind the school so that they don't interfere with our bus drop-off again in the morning. As you notice, it is also our auditorium, and down a little bit further, our gymnasium entrances. Students that are using our bus transportation will arrive and be dropped off. They should exit the closest entrance to their bus drop-off point. So if they are dropped off near the auditorium, they will use entrance 9. We will have our lines set up for arrival and bag searches and metal detector here. Again, this is our bus arrival point so that students riding buses have an idea of where they will be dropped off in the morning. The video you just watched is the video of the front entrance for students that are getting dropped off in the morning. Again, this is inside the auditorium entrance where students who get off the bus in the morning will enter. Our grab-and-go breakfast is at the cafeteria, which you saw briefly. Of course, the doors will be open and students will be able to pick up their breakfast in the morning to take to their homeroom. The arrows you just saw represent our one-way hallways. These are designed to help students remain safe, healthy, and well. We do have one-way hallways in all classroom and locker room corridors. We also have two-way hallways that will be separated by tape. And we will simply ask students to stay on the right-hand side of the tape as they're using a two-way hallway. Our stairwells are also one-way. This is stairwell 2, and it is near the main entrance or entrance 3 by the island. It's just an example of a one-way stairwell, and so this stairwell 2 will be down. We tried to make the even stairwells down and the odd stairwells up only. Again, trying to minimize the amount of time students are passing one another in the hallway out of a concern for their safety and wellness. You're good. Again, as students enter and they're walking down the hallway to find their homeroom, they'll use the one-way hallways. We will have staff available to help them find that location. We will also be changing classes, as you know. Students have 4 minutes to get from one class to another. We do not expect the one-way hallways to prevent them from doing that. We do know, however, that it will take some time to learn the building and the best route from class to class when students are here, especially as our hybrid students are only here 2 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday, Friday. Welcome to our main office conference room. I did want to highlight a few of the things that were sent home in the email regarding the welcome back to school and some important information. First, and as you recall, schedules can be viewed by accessing Skyward. Those schedules will indicate a period and what class and room number that student has. We will be printing schedules for students the first week of school. Remember a couple of other things so that we have a great start to the year. Cell phones will be required to be turned off and placed away in the student's computer tote during class time. Students will be able to use their cell phones during the change of classes and during their lunch. Each student will receive a free ID. Those IDs are color-coded. So our students that are hybrid A students, those of you attending Monday and Tuesday, will receive a ID with your picture and school year on it that is black in color. The students that attend hybrid B, Thursdays and Fridays, will also be issued a free ID, and that will be red in color. Students do get, again, a free ID. If they lose it, they are required to get another one at a cost of $5 each. I would suggest that students place those IDs either in a wallet or in their computer tote where they can quickly pull it out and where they won't forget it. Good. Remember, due to COVID-19 requirements, according to the CDC, book bags are not permitted this year. Students are allowed to and encouraged to bring their Chromebook with a computer tote, a small spiral notebook if necessary, and something to write with. Again, those aren't required. And girls can bring a small purse for personal effects that they may need throughout the day. Lockers will not be issued this year. Students will not have access to a locker, again, in accordance with CDC guidelines. Our water fountains are off and covered. Students should bring a water bottle or water thermos that can hold water in it for drinking throughout the school day. Lunch will be served in their homerooms. They will be delivered to the students, and students will have a choice of lunches, 2 choices each day that they can select, that they will select in the morning during second period, and then those lunches again will be delivered, and our lunch will fall between periods 5 and 6. So following period 5, students will return to their homeroom. They will have an hour for lunch and to relax. They may use their phones, and then they will go to 6th period. Just to remember, 9th graders are assigned a school counselor. If your last name begins with A through F, your counselor is Mr. Darcy. For students with last names beginning with G through N, your counselor is Mr. Zemba. And for those with last names beginning with the letter O through Z, your counselor is Dr. Alexander. The 9th grade principal this year will be Mr. Gavin. For students using bus transportation at dismissal time to get home, we have buses both in the back so that they can quickly gain access to Frankstown and get students that live near their home quicker. We also have buses in the front of the building near the island referred to earlier. Those buses then have quick access to Universal, and again, it's all in the goal of having students get back to their bus stops and home quickly after school. Again, our dismissal time is 2:18 p.m. What you just saw was the student pickup driveway. If you are picking your student up at the end of the school day and our dismissal is at 2:20, you have to enter Garland Drive. The Collins Gate will be locked. When you arrive and come down the driveway from Garland Drive, you will then park along the outer curb near the library. We will have people assisting you. You can then park and wait, facing out. When your student arrives at the vehicle and they enter, or you're exiting, you will then exit Parkridge Drive, which takes you back past Garland Drive, back to Frankstown. Again, this is the student pickup area for parents that are picking up, parents or guardians that are picking up their student. Thank you for taking the time to view this video. It is not ideal, and we certainly wish we could have had the transition experiences that our students normally receive. We know that transition and information is important to reduce any stress or anxiety, any fears that our 9th graders might have. Hopefully this video will provide some relief. We look forward to the start of the school year, and we hope everybody rests up. Remember, during the school week, go to bed early as school starts at 7:05 a.m. and then homeroom at 7:20 a.m. I am always available to answer any questions you might have. Please take care, stay safe, and be well.